We continue on here at Llandow with GP70. It's going to be a really interesting battle, this one too, with Elliot Pinson and Franco Bourne on the front row, Josh Watley and Blake Ansell, Ogden, Hall, Bassett, Hyatt, Abel, Callum Wybrow and Felix Hearn. Lots of quality on this grid, and it's going to be really interesting through this race, especially considering the rain is still coming down a little bit, and that means that the changeable conditions will play into the hands of it. Whoa, a big jump start in the middle by the look of it. Either that or the best start in history from Josh Watley, the 70, storming up to the lead. The young 10-year-old, he absolutely blitzed the rest.
Yeah, Franco Bourne was on a bucking bronco there at the start there. He did well to hold on to it, to be honest. He's in third place now, but settled in. But nearly went off at the start, but great start by Josh Watley on the SRS International bike. There's Elliot Pinson on the one bike, the orange bike, won the recent World Championships in this class. He is absolutely on it.
Well, yeah, look at Josh Watley. He is absolutely perfection at the moment. And Pinson, their second position, trying to chase him down. I'm looking forward to seeing how this battle develops over the course of the year, because I genuinely think it's going to be between these two, Josh Watley and Elliot Pinson, for the championship this year. Pinson was so mature in the way he dealt with the pressure last year. No surprise to me, he's the British champion and won the first round of the Worlds. But Josh Watley, at 10 years of age, this is what he can do. Now, what about this guy too, Blake Ansell? He's racing with them in third position, and he's got just as much of a candle to hold to this fight as the two men in front of him. And Blake Ansell on the 20, really close to these two. We've got a three-way dogfight here.
Yeah, Blake Ansell is a multiple winner in the MiniGp classes as well, so he's right there, isn't he? He's closed these two down. You'd have to say he's looking favourite at the moment, but Watley on the SRS International bike looking good out front, but he's under pressure being hounded by Elliot Pinson. You have to think if Pinson gets past here, he may clear off, but Blake Ansell may have something to say about that. Where's Franco Bourne? There he is. He's in fourth, getting closer as well.
Yeah, and Franco's going to be a little bit tentative at the start after that little bucking bronco ride. That is a real psychological game changer. He'll want to assert himself back towards these three as quickly as is humanly possible, but that will have unsettled him. That will have knocked his composure slightly, but he's still there, the 11-year-old. Don't forget he won at Rowra last year, so he does know how to win and lead from the front. That's a very wide line from Watley, and Pinson might get a run. He manages to shut the door perfectly there, Josh Watley. He covered his line beautifully down to the hook, and now we've got ourselves a four-way tussle nearly, because Franco Bourne has joined the back of this queue.
Yeah, but Bourne has come into it as a result of that. Josh Hyatt there on the 57, the 13-year-old from Cannock. That's the 28 bike of Felix Hearn.
Yeah, it looks like Hyatt is battling away there with the three of Callum Wybrow. Looks like that could be a really tasty battle towards the tail end of the field, and they're tightening up again, these four. Brilliant in the wet conditions. Every lap, don't forget, the racing line is changing, and where they position the bike is changing. When they brake is changing. When they get the throttle on through the exit of the corner is changing. These guys are having to adapt to it in a split second. It's amazing that these four haven't come together or come a cropper themselves. It's brilliant racing and great tactical game plan. Brilliant riding from all four.
Yeah, the longer it rains, the harder it rains, the more the rubber will get washed away. As you can see, Watley with his right foot down there, just tiptoeing through the final turn. Here comes Pinson, he's got to run, not quite. It's close though.
It really
Ansell
is.
there in third, and Franco
Oh,
Bourne
now
in fourth.
Pinson's got a chance as he, look, Watley's gone wide and Pinson's through. Beautiful overtake there from Pinson. He set him up for that one. Josh Watley was getting a little bit shaky on the way into the hook, and Pinson pounced. Absolutely beautiful textbook manoeuvre. So the number one is P1.
And straight away he's pulled 5 or 6 bike lengths. He's obviously the fastest man on the track. I'm not sure what pace Blake Ansell's got. We'll know that when he gets past Watley. I say when, because it looks like it's only a question of when, not if.
Well, it's going to be really interesting. Franco Bourne will want to get himself up there as well, but he's actually dropped back a little bit in the last couple of corners, so Bourne is actually losing touch with the top three, and that's going to hurt his confidence a little bit as well. Down the hanger straight to the final turn, and Pinson just getting on with it here. Now, there's Jay Abel. You can tell Jay Abel from the Union Jack on the front of his bike as he continues that fantastic little scrap with Felix Hearn. And look at Pinson, he is well clear now of this battle, which is now for second position. Blake Ansell looking very hungry on Josh Watley though. He gets a very nice smooth line there as he exits the hook. And again, as they go into Surtees, he has got himself a real pressure cooker here, Josh Watley. He hits the wet patch. He's, again, every time you hit that part of the circuit, as it changes, it will unsettle the bike. You've got to have the strength and the mentality to cope with what the bike will do.
Yeah, and he's doing well to withstand the pressure from Blake Ansell here, because we know Blake is a hard charger, but Blake just can't seem to close him close enough to get a run up the inside. Through the right-left flick that is the Delt, and then the right-hander here, Diggers, brings them out onto Hanger Straight, and look at the lead that Pinson has established already, Jake. Amazing.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep an eye on Ansell into Raymond's. He's going to make a lot of ground here through the right-hander. He's getting very edgy off the throttle. Look at this. Josh Watley's under serious pressure. So let's try and ride with them for a whole lap through the hook. It's a right, left, long sweeping left, and Watley's one wide. There goes Blake Ansell. He's got an opportunity. Take that, sir. Beautiful slicing overtake.
I tell you what, Jake, at world-class level, you don't get many opportunities, and when you do, you have to pounce on them, and that there by Blake Ansell was an absolutely pristine example of what to do. You get one opportunity, you've got to pounce. Blake had maybe seen Josh make the similar mistake earlier on for Elliott to take advantage, and may have thought that could be my opportunity there. I need to be ready, and ready he was. A fantastic move by Blake Ansell. I said earlier on, Jake, he is an absolute hard charger. We know that already, as is this man now, well clear out front. But Blake Ansell there, extremely impressive. Here in the slow motion replay, just squeezes past on the exit of the hook. Fantastic racing. We're back live a lap later. Josh Watley still hounding him though. Believe me, Josh Watley will still think second place here is up for grabs, no doubt. But not for long, his chain's off.
Oh, he's slowing Josh Watley. The chain has come off there. Now, if he's quick, he can get off the bike, put it back on, and get going again. But there goes a possible podium. It's all over as far as he's concerned. That means Franco Bourne is going to move up into third position. There's Blake Ansell a little later into the race. Bourne is behind in third, and this man, Scott Ogden, now in fourth position. Very talented young rider, 12 years of age, started in the world of motocross. Oh, that's Bourne! Bourne has gone into Raymond's. Oh, I don't believe it. Another big fall, and that is Franco Bourne. That is going to be game over, surely. It looks like the bike is very damaged. He's going to try and get it back together, but I'm not so sure he's going to make it. And it looks as though the 28's pulling off as well. Now that is Felix Hearn. No, Franco Bourne, he can't get it back going again. We're into the last lap. That is Pinson, who has actually put a lap on Cameron Hall in fifth position. He's doing a great job, but Franco Bourne, that's a podium well and truly disappearing, and that is the big gap Elliott Pinson has got back to Blake Ansell. It's about 13 seconds at this point. Moving up to third then, it's going to be Scott Ogden, so he will get the final place on the podium. Liam Bassett is going to move up to fourth position. Look at the rain, it has really intensified in the last few minutes, so it's not even clear cut yet as if Elliott Pinson's going to get this victory. Look at it, it is absolutely apocalyptic. You would be forgiven for thinking that Noah's Ark was drifting past in the background. It is that wet out here at Llandow, and now he's got just one straight and one corner to negotiate down the hanger straight into Raymond's. But look at that water. It's really going to be tricky to pitch the bike in, get it stopped, hold it, Elliott. Beautiful masterclass. What a victory for Elliott Pinson. Number one is P1 in the first race of 2016 in the class. Fantastic. Second place, 13.6 seconds later is Blake Ansell. Scott Ogden's going to get third in front of Liam Bassett and Cameron Hall. Josh Watley recovers in the end to be sixth, but Elliott Pinson, that was an absolutely superb ride and a magnificent masterclass display. What a victory.
You like these conditions, obviously, but just talk us through the race.
Yeah, well, Josh got a much better start than me. I managed to get in front, and he managed to hold me off for a couple of laps, but I managed to get round the outside going into the first chicane, and then I didn't see anyone else after that, apart from the people who I lapped, really.
No, because they were miles behind, that's why you never saw them. What are you hoping for from this season? Obviously, you won the championship last year, the championship favourite coming in. You're obviously hoping to defend your title, but when the conditions are going to be dry, looks like the next couple of races this weekend will be in similar conditions. Let's say we go to Red Lodge and it's dry there. Can you do the same again?
Hopefully, yeah. We'll be hoping for another couple of wins to keep hold of the championship and maybe win it this year as well.
Well, he got one more win in race 2, but a 6th place in race 3. That last race won by Franco Bourne, who had 2 DNFs in races 1 and 2, but came through for that win in the 3rd race. It's Elliott that leads it then, going to round 2. Small grid of 7 took part in the Mini F1 sidecar races. Don't forget, if you want to buy one of these machines, well, you can't. You have to build them yourself. In the early running, it was business as usual for Team Williams, and they were chased at this stage by the 25 machine. That's PQJ Racing apparently this year. They were called Big Girl Racing last year. That's a much better name, by the way, Big Girl Racing. PQJ there in 2nd. Ems Racing there on the orange bodywork at this stage in 3rd. But it was Team Williams out front. Don't forget, they only lost 1 heat last year. All season, they won all the other heats and all the finals throughout the entire season. Only time they lost was when they had a mechanical failure. But who knows, maybe they'll have a better season this year. That's a battle for 2nd and 3rd, and it will be a fascinating one all the way to the line. Here comes Williams down Hanger Straight into the final turn at this stage. That's a PQJ in 2nd, Ems Racing 3rd, the Stainer Racing team in 4th place, Team Hosker 5th, and then Parker Ems in 6th place. But this will be the move here for 2nd. Here come the Ems Racing team up the inside, and at this stage they looked odds on to hold on to that 2nd place as they pulled a couple of bike lengths. But into the last lap, here they come down to the final turn. Team Williams would take the win. It looked like Adrian Ems would hold on for 2nd, but as you'll see, as Williams go across the line in the background, Ems has run wide in the final turn and allowed PQJ up the inside, and they steal 2nd. That's the race result from race 1, but as you'll see from the championship points, Team Williams didn't have it all their own way. A 3rd place in race 2, a DNF in race 3, but their worst performance in over a season leaves them in 4th place. PQJ out front from Ems Racing and Stainer Racing going to round 2. Round 2 is at Red Lodge in Suffolk, and we will see you there.